Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory, back for my post-market wrap-up on this, I really don't want to say the word, but I'll say it anyway, lovely, and I mean that sarcastically, this sarcastically lovely day, Thursday, April 12th, 2018. So let's talk about a few things. Stocks put on gains today. Dow put on almost 300 points. The dollar did catch a bid, although slightly. Of course, metals got hammered. Bonds sold off most of the day. Now, there may be an element to this which could be bullish for stocks. For example, if President Trump doesn't go sling a couple of dozen Tomahawk missiles, for which I'm going to talk about in a minute, over in Syria, well, it seems like the game is going to be risk on. We got earnings coming out. Everyone expects them to be great. Well, of course they're going to be great. These companies can engineer whatever they want. You know, these numbers aren't real. You know that. They're not real. So you can expect that earnings are going to come in good. And like I said, if our lovely president decides he doesn't want to sling a few missiles over there, the market should move higher. But you know what really bothers me, and I want to talk about this. First of all, you know this is a lie. Name one time that you can recall, those of you that actually know what you're talking about, where we have not been lied to with regard to bombing some other country. Let me put a perspective on this for you. And I went over this just real briefly. You remember the whole Iraq war? Oh, yeah. No, we weren't lied to. Did you get lied to for that whole thing? That's the biggest one. There's also been every single other skirmish as well. Let me put another perspective on this for you. So we're apparently President Trump is all up in arms and people around the world about a chemical attack over there. Well, why? They think it's going to save lives to go drop a few bombs over there? Well, let's put a perspective on that. One Tomahawk missile, and don't take my word for what I'm about to tell you. Just look it up for yourself. One Tomahawk missile cost $1 freaking million. $1 million per missile. Now, if you had to guess how many US dollars it would take to feed a child in a developing nation for an entire year, what would that guess be? Well, I'm going to tell you, about $50. Yes, $50 to feed a starving child in a developing nation for an entire freaking year. You got that? So our lovely president wants to go sling a couple of missiles, I don't know, 10, 20, 50, 100. You do the math. Tomahawk missiles at $1 million a piece, and God knows what else he wants to throw at them. Not of course, we're not including the cost of deployment of troops, ships, feeding everybody. You know, it's astronomical. Again, they need to create war or any reason to borrow cash into existence. War generates more cash than anything else, enriches the corporations and enriches the banks. So if our lovely president out there, maybe you're listening to me, Donald Trump, if you really cared about people, if you really wanted to save some lives, why don't you take a couple of, I don't know, let's just say you're going to fire off, I don't know, 20 Tomahawk missiles at $1 million a piece. How many starving children could you feed, sir, around the world for an entire year? All right, with that said, it's just disgusting. You know that, all of you. And I don't know. I think we're all in a lot of trouble here, because what are we going to do? We're going to be lied to by our president and everybody else. We're going to be lied to by the mainstream financial channels, the mainstream news outlets. And we're going to let them string us along? I'm not letting them string me along, let me tell you, because I have a perspective on this, and so should you. We should all be screaming from rooftops about this another lie that's being flung on us all. Again, Did this attack actually happen? Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. We're not going to know the truth. I can promise you that. But if we do decide, if our president goes nuts here and starts slinging Tomahawk missiles over there at $1 million a piece, you think about it. You think about all the starving children around the earth in developing nations that could be fed for $50 US for an entire year. All right, with that said, I'm going to let you all go. Plus, tomorrow's Friday. I know it's a work day, but I am taking tomorrow off. I have too much to do, and I just cannot get any videos out. So I will see all of you on Monday, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Over and out.